You know that feeling, right? That incredible moment when you feel truly, deeply understood. It's not really about learning something new, is it? It's more like this sense of clarity, like a part of you has just been perfectly reflected back at you. Well, that experience is exactly what we're going to explore today, not just as a feeling, but as a really powerful idea called the structure of resonance.
But let's start with a problem we've all run into. Have you ever laid out a perfect, logical, fact-based argument only to have it fall completely flat? You know the other person hears you, but they just don't connect with it. Nothing changes. Well, that's probably not a failure of your explanation. It's a huge sign that a deeper condition, the condition for resonance, just hasn't been met.
So what in the world is resonance then? This is so important because we have to redefine it. Over on the left, you can see what it's not. It's not about emotional agreement. It's not about becoming the same. It's not two people merging into one. Okay, now look to the right. Resonance is structural. It's what happens when two different viewpoints can overlap and interact without, collapsing into each other. Think of it like two different patterns of waves passing through one another. They interfere, they create this new, complex pattern, but both of the original waves are still there. They're still distinct. That right there is the key.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually create meaning? This is the core idea of this whole explainer. Meaning isn't just data that you download into your brain. It emerges. It's almost like an echo. So it starts with an interaction, right? Your way of seeing the world meets someone else's. That creates what we're calling interference, that new pattern from the overlap. And then, and this is the magic part, that pattern is reflected back to you. You're not being told something brand new. You are experiencing your own internal structure being reflected back. And that's the moment, that's when meaning really truly clicks into place.
All right, let's see how this plays out in a really high-stakes, real-world situation. In therapy, for example, that feeling of trust and being understood is everything. This quote just nails it. Healing is not the result of a problem solved, but a byproduct of the self becoming recursively possible again. What does that even mean? Well, it means the relief a person feels isn't about finding some magic solution. It's that the resonance in that room, that feeling of being seen, actually restores their ability to see and understand themselves. That feeling of being understood literally makes it possible to be yourself again. So now let's just zoom out. Let's scale this idea up from a single person to a whole society. This can completely reframe some of our biggest problems. Think about all the social distrust out there. What if it's not just about people having different facts or conflicting values? What if it's actually an environmental problem, a loss of the basic conditions that allow for resonance in the first place? And if that's true, then our go-to solution of just throwing more information, more data, more facts at the issue, well, it's never going to work. The underlying structure needed for any of that to create meaning just isn't there.
And that leaves us with a really critical question. If resonance is so essential for genuine understanding, and it seems like our modern world is constantly eroding it, what do we do? The challenge isn't just about becoming a better explainer. It's about becoming a better architect of our shared spaces. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What kind of environments, in our media, in our communities, in our everyday conversations, do we actually need to build to allow resonance to truly emerge?